The second and final day of the inquiry of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission is back in full swing, with the focus of the panel shifting to testimony from Ayoade Akere, a family physician, and process review from Cook County, Illinois. He analyzes the medical notes of doctors of the Premier Specialist Medical Center.
From beginning all through to the end, the three significant days, the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. On the 23rd, that when the kidney function started slowing down, there were three things that one could point out that would slow down the functions of the kidney.
With no further testimony from any other participants, the inquiry is brought to a close as the key contributors speak on next steps.
The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, because I know it must have been a great deal of work to put this together, to assemble all the human resources and put everything together. But I think they gave a fair hearing to everyone. Premier was invited, Evercare was invited, we as a family were invited, members of the press. My only dissatisfaction is the fact that Premier, for reasons which they stated, were not here. Because we've written a petition to the Medical and Dental Council. We are waiting for them. The Medical and Dental Council, if I'll say it for the records, have not even acknowledged the petition we wrote. So we're waiting to hear from them and to know if they're investigating and when they'll have their own hearings. As stated by the Attorney General of Lagos yesterday, the Honorable Attorney General of Lagos, he said the case had been referred to the Chief Coroner of Lagos State, so we're expecting the coroner's inquest to start anytime from now. Then we have other, legal ways of redress that we're pursuing as well. So this is just the first of several steps.
About the absence of a target of an investigation in this case is not whether it compromises the ability of the investigation to meaningfully conclude. It's more about whether it compromises the agency, the regulator, its processes, or can potentially encourage others to disregard the law or violate the law. I'm more concerned about that than whether this would materially affect the ability of this regulator and this panel to come to reasonable conclusions. As you can see, we're going to continue to engage with all the stakeholders relevant to the investigation. And like I said, it might lead to further oral hearings. And in the absence of further oral hearings, we'll continue to gather evidence.
While the public inquiry of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission may be over, the investigation into the possible violations of Peju Ugboma's rights have only just begun. Shaitan Atigari, Arise News.